Kapla! It is I, Raquel of the Klingon House of Hoog. And you are on Good Morning Coffee and Blood Wine. And I've got my Maclith. If you don't behave, I will take your lives. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Good Morning Coffee and Talk. I am Dolly, and I have a special guest. Let's bring in our special guest. It is Kaydie and
I have a squirmy wormy in my hands.
Oh, look it.
Howdy doody. Look how big he's getting. He's getting so big. Look at him.
He is. He's getting huge. I can't believe how much he has grown since I first saw him. Hey, Fatima, good morning.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Fatima.
Good to see you, my friend.
Are you going to take a walk across the keyboard? Don't you dare, kitty.
Well, it's Halloween, of course. We're getting close to Halloween. Tomorrow's Halloween, so this is our Halloween show. That's why I invited Kaydie to come on with us today. Kaydie, why don't you describe what you are? I'm going to make you big. How do I do that? There we go.
Hi, I'm Luna, the Lumarian. I come from the sea.
That was excellent. Excellent.
That's funny. Oh my God. Oh, every time I touch myself, I turn blue. Oh, or I'm.
Oh no, it's Smurfette. That is so fun. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Fatima says, I am going to post a Halloween video tomorrow morning. All right.
I'll be looking for it.
Yes, for sure. Absolutely. Oh, so are you going to divulge what you're going to be for Halloween? Or are you going to keep that a secret, Fatima? She's probably going to keep it a secret from us, I'm guessing.
The funny part of my day is I'm having deliveries today afterwards. And I'm not going to change clothes.
You're going to answer the door?
And I'm getting this delivered today.
Yay!
Yeah, makes your brain kind of foggy. Yeah. Those guys will love it.
Yes, they absolutely will. They absolutely will.
They're fun.
We had trick-or-treating for the city of Milwaukee on Sunday. And in the midst of like trick-or-treating with hundreds of kids walking up and down the sidewalk, the Amazon guy came to deliver packages here at my house, but he was really respectful. He parked on a side street, so that he wouldn't like disrupt the kids.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, you are so sweet. So when he came up to the house, he had his packages.
Did you offer him a beer?
Well, I did not. I did not offer him a beer. But I said, do not leave before you get some candy from us. So he put our packages down and he came back over. We just gave him a ton of candy. And because I thought, wow, that was really sweet of him to just go over there and park far away so that he wouldn't get in the way of the kids. I thought that was neat.
I hear your co-host back there whistling.
Oh, you hear Ruben? I tried to get him to come in. He was just like not having it. I am not dressing up, just celebrating at home with family. Well, I hope you have a great and fun time. It's a really, for me.
I have an Amazon delivery coming tomorrow.
Do you? Well, you're going to have to dress up again. Here's Shanita. Good morning, Shanita.
Hi, Shanita, my darling.
Good morning.
I I have 2 dozen moon pies being delivered tomorrow, and all the flavors that they make.
That's
That's
good.
my
I love
Thanksgiving
moon
gift to
pies.
me.
I love
Whatever.
moon pies. I'm a Klingon, Shanita. Kapla, kapla.
And
Don't
I'm
give
a Lemurian darling.
a
Or if I put on my or you can just call me Smurfette.
Oh no, Gargamel's coming! Oh no, Papa Smurf!
Oh, Papa Smurf! You have to have the wispiness in there too.
Papa Smurf, can I call you Daddy? Oh no, that was wrong. That was wrong. I apologize. I apologize. She is like, stop.
Oh my God.
Ruben, Ruben.
Your youngest son is ill, Fatima?
Oh no.
And you're dealing with health issues. Honey, we'll put you in the prayer box.
I heard you talking on Terry and holding your space. I heard you say something like you were going to go for an ultrasound. Is that correct? So I will put you in those prayers for sure. For sure.
Shanita, my childhood is being tainted.
Oh no. Yes, we are sending love.
Yes, my dear.
And I'll say prayers. And
You know, someone else that I was thinking about last week that was in my live stream from last week, it was last week or the week before, was Mama Redneck. She was having this shunt put in, and then she was having that intestinal surgery, and I haven't heard anything. So I will ask Mr. Stony Baker, MD.
Yeah, he will probably know.
You've heard from her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they do like he and I do. They text each other and stuff. So.
Oh, you're getting the results today for the ultrasound.
Okay.
Well, we'll keep that in our thoughts and prayers here today.
And I hope that those are the complete answers that you're looking for.
Right.
I get to go do all that lovely stuff next month, beginning with the colonoscopy.
Oh, and you're waiting for the colon. Yeah. Waiting for the results from the colon. So lots to pray about for Fatima. So we will definitely do that. We will definitely do that.
Absolutely. Well, I pray for you guys every night anyway. So don't y'all pray for your family?
Oh, of course.
So I pray for mine. That's you guys.
They took more polyps.
Oh. See, I was curious. Last night I was thinking about my colonoscopy because I set it up for the consultation. And this particular doctor saved my mother's life. She had colon cancer. So they watch me really, really close since I'm already a cancer survivor. So, and I had a dream I had polyps for the first time. I'll be 67. That's not too bad. I've been getting this done since I was in my early 50s.
I had polyps when I had I had a colonoscopy and they took out polyps. They were not cancerous, thank goodness, but you know, it's something I got to watch out for too because of the type of cancer that I had. So
I'm really, really careful to make sure I eat a lot of roughage. I mean, you talk about rabbit food. No, it's more like horse food with me. I eat lots of things like oats and grains that are really have a lot of hulls. I'm always picking them out of my teeth.
Fatima says last time it was cancer. Yes, I remember that. So hopefully not.
Yeah.
I hope not.
Yeah, this time is just a checkup, just a monitor. I have a good feeling about it.
Yes, me too. All is well. All is well. And he's trying to do the Andy Griffith song.
Yeah.
That's my little parrot. He's so sweet.
I love it. What are you doing over here, Bubby Boos? You know, Koru has this spot on the bridge of his. Okay, you don't want that little dab of food that's in there. Trying to cover it up. He only gets fed every time he grunts, but he's growing so fast. And
Yes.
right now, all he wants to do is sleep and eat. So guess what he's doing? He's growing more. So I had
Sleeping.
to put out a little thing on Instagram with Taylor Swift's song. Don't you ever grow up? Don't ever grow up. That's the sweetest.
Aw.
It's the sweetest song. And I look at him and he's growing so fast, and I'm like, no, slow down. My mom used to tell me all the time when I was little, Mom, put a rock on your head. You're growing too fast.
How do you guys handle this with the hair getting in the mouth thing? Oh my God.
Oh God,
Crazy.
This is really, really long. I also have 2 ponytail extensions, one in purple and one in blue. And I was going to add that to this. And I went, no, this is enough. There's a whole bunch back here too.
Right.
I put it all back in a hair tie. And I didn't even twist the hair tie. See, I didn't even twist the hair tie. It just all went in there. There's a lot in this thing. It's here around my nose, and every time I touch my nose, I wipe off glue.
You got blue. I just have eyebrows today. I normally don't, or at least you can't see them.
You got massive eyebrows today.
They're blonde. My eyebrows are blonde, so you don't normally see them. So it's weird to see myself. I keep wanting to go.
Do them separate. You know, I can't do that. I can't do that. My ex-husband used to be one of these guys that his eyebrows would do this. And he could do it really, really, really fast. And I used to want to slap him because I can't do it at all.
I have to think about it.
I lift one eyebrow. No matter how hard I focus on it, if I hold one down, I can lift the other one.
Nita wants to know, what are y'all drinking this morning?
What we drinking? I drank a ton of
blood wine.
I had a ton of Koru Joy this morning. You know, on Instagram, I guess it was Saturday, Greg Braden asked on there, put in the comments, what is your favorite thing to do that brings you ultimate joy? And I'd like to ask you guys that.
My favorite thing to do that brings me ultimate joy. I think being around my family, like, brings me a lot of joy, like brings me a tremendous joy, because we spend a lot of time laughing and I mean, we laugh a lot in this house. Yeah. You know, that's the sound that you're going to hear the most in my house is laughter. And so my family
hear a lot of it in this house lately.
Yeah, with Koru, I'm sure.
That was my response to him. My response to him was watching my 11-week-old kitten play. And he saw it and he gave me a like on it. I was like, oh my God, that's like Elvis Presley of the spirit world.
Shanita says, when my wife smiles at me and follows it up with a big hug and kiss.
I love that.
Yes, I understand that very well.
That's beautiful.
And
yeah.
Fatima said, my siblings and my family that live with me are very supportive also. Yeah, because she said before, if it wasn't for the support of this community, I would go crazy. Thank you so much. Oh, I love being here for you. And I love being able to, to pray for the people around me and for you people on YouTube who I've come to consider my good friends, and I'm glad that we can do that for each other. That makes me happy.
Fatima, let you in on a little secret, my love. I need you all as much as you guys need us.
For sure.
I mean, my main reason I do this is because I need the connection to you guys. And it doesn't have to be a big group. If it's only one or two, I got a connection. That's what I came for.
That's right.
I love the idea of growing my channel, but if it gets so big, you lose the connection. What's the point? Right?
Yeah, hey, Kaylee. Hi, Flowing, and hi, Kaylee.
Good morning.
Kapla! Kapla! blood wine.
Happy Halloween, Flowing.
Glorious battle.
You never got a notification?
What?
Oh, YouTube's pulling those games again. They're getting ready to do an update. Mark my words. YouTube starts playing games with us. And doing stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Stupid stuff. Then they're getting ready to do an update. And then that's when you got to go through and make sure that you're subscribed to all your favorite people because YouTube will default your bell. I love that. Oh, the hair.
I don't know how y'all do it with the long hair thing. Let me tell you, it's getting on my nerve already.
You know how I do it. I throw it in a ponytail.
Kaylee is wearing her costume to work tomorrow. Rock on. What is your costume?
Yeah, what are you?
Tell us. Inquiring minds want to know. Tell us. Tell us.
You see me here playing with my cards. You have short hair, Flowing? Yeah, I used to have a pixie haircut. When we went into lockdown at COVID, I had a short pixie haircut.
Ruben,
and now it's down to my waist in the back. My hair. That's how fast my hair grew because I quit. Only person who's been trimming on my hair has been me. And it's like, oh, those ends are getting ratty. Clip, clip, clip.
Shanita's wearing vintage Shanita.
Oh, I love that.
Vintage.
Is that a kaftan, my darling?
Vintage Shanita.
You say vintage Shanita. Tomorrow. I see you in the 1970s era kaftan. That is dosheki style.
Yeah. Yes, and you have to have the groove in the background too, the whole day.
Oh, and the afro out to here, baby. And the platform shoes.
Yes. And you got to say, can you dig it? Just randomly all day long. Can you dig it?
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Very original. A witch. I found a good witch t-shirt at Michael's, and I'm wearing a shirt and a cape and a witchy hat. Well, you rock on your witch self.
I love it. That was me last year, was a witch. And the year before that, I was a girl from France. I was the mime with the stripes.
Oh, fun.
Remember in the black page bob haircut? That was so much fun. And that was fun because Dr. Gale was on my show, on my channel for my Halloween show that year, that I was the French girl. Dr. Gale. That was fun.
That's I could totally see you as a mime. I love a mime.
Oh, me too.
Do you remember that from Dynasty? Where what was her name? The blonde on Dynasty.
Heather Locklear?
No, not
Linda Evans.
Linda Evans, yes. She was just walking down the street and there was a mime and she just turned to the camera and went, I love a mime. And then just continued walking.
In her beautiful
to it. There was no context to that.
In her sultry, sexy voice.
I love a mime.
Her heart. I've seen pictures of her. I've seen current pictures of her. She's scary.
Well, we all get older and we all get a little scary looking, I think.
You know who I love and I rock and I didn't like her at all before? Pamela Anderson. Because she told makeup to go get fucked.
Yes.
Sorry.
I've always thought that she was far more brilliant than the characters.
Oh, she's way smarter than her boobs let out.
Yeah, for sure. So Kaylee's like
exactly what she was doing.
Kaylee's like, thought I should embrace my new lifestyle. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, why not? And when you get the chance, I mean, Halloween is at least an opportunity where you can kind of be out, so to speak. So
you don't have to hide who you really are. This speaking as a hedge witch here.
Floyd, I'm me for Halloween. That's scary enough. Girl. We don't talk like that on this show.
We love you. We love your little stiff fibro body. Kiss it all over and make it feel better.
That's right.
I got asked at the doctor the other day, so how's your pain? And I looked at her and I went, I'm a fibromyalgia patient. And she says, oh, so where is your pain? And I went, shall we take a bath? She just giggled.
Yeah,
That's
well,
my attitude about fibromyalgia. You have to do that. You have to be that way, or you'll stick a gun in your mouth.
right.
Number one cause of death of fibromyalgia patients is suicide.
Yeah, I know. Fatima says, when my hair grows shoulder length, it starts to fall a lot. Must be stress related. And
Or
then
weight.
the thyroid. Yeah, thyroid.
Thyroid, or I'm thinking gravity. My hair gets longer. As a matter of fact, I was thinking the other day, I think I'm going to go get it cut to like shoulder length because of this little guy. He gets one of my hairs wrapped around his tongue and down into his intestines. It can kill him, just like a thread can kill a cat. Swallowing yarn or a thread can kill a cat. I didn't know if you guys knew that.
Yes,
very deadly. It causes the intestines to telescope in on themselves, and then they digest it, and then that cuts off the blood supply, and their innards die.
Yeah, any animals really, if they eat anything like that. My cousin
Cats just have a tendency because of their taste, but their tongues, the way the little rough tongues are made, they swallow.
My cousin Ann had a what did she have? The big lizard, an iguana. She had an iguana named Herbie. Herbie ate a pair of her underwear and died.
Yeah.
So I mean,
your underwear.
You gotta be cute. I mean, you gotta watch your animals closely and make sure that they're not looking.
Like cats will eat your. This is really TMI. That cats like women's underwear for particular reasons.
Oh well, I can just imagine.
I smell like fish.
And then they do like this. With
It's
that grimace. That
they're using their they have an organ right up here on the behind their front teeth.
Right.
That is connected to their nose, and it's actually more sensitive than any of the rest of their olfactory.
Yes.
They're cool. Cats. Right, Karu? He's over here playing by himself.
Oh,
boy.
Kaylee, I have a funny story about this. She says my dog used to get a hold of feminine products. We had a dog who liked to get a hold of feminine products too, and liked to bring them out into the living room in the middle of parties.
Oh, yes.
And he totally would do that all the time. Very embarrassing. Very embarrassing.
My ex-husband used to be a very crude person, and when our dog would do something like that at a party, he'd play it up. He'd make it even more disgusting.
Oh, no. Oh, I have an itch.
Guess what I'm doing? I'm fishing for cats. You're itching and I'm fishing. See, I'm a water person. I fish for cats. Here's my lure. Right there.
Yes, you're doing catfishing.
I'm catfishing.
You're catfishing. Yeah, Ruben is in the background making all kinds of noise. I tried to get him to come in here today, but he was not having the step up today. So I don't force him. I just let him do his thing. Oh, there's little tiny Koru.
He's not tiny anymore.
He's still little tiny.
He's getting big. Look at him, big boy. He's
gonna be a big boy.
Oh, and his abscess for sure was his tattoo.
Yeah.
Because there's a little bit of it left. There's a little tiny bit of the ink left from it, but yeah. So I didn't know they did that to stray cats when they neuter them. Neuter and spay them. They tattoo them right down there on their tummy.
I think that Spirit had not Spirit. Clarity. I think the Clarity had a tattoo on her abdomen after she got her to show that she had already been.
If she's spayed, that makes sense because they would not know without some kind of a tattoo or a marking.
Right.
He don't got no balls no more. You kind of know it.
Yeah. On a female, it's harder. But then there's stitches. I mean, there is a. Well, anyways.
Yeah, there's something missing there.
Flowing says, "Hi, Koru, big boy." Aw.
He was talking a while ago. He talks. He's a very meowy cat. When I leave the room and come back in, I get told about it, that I left him.
Oh, so Kaylee's saying
Yeah,
sometimes they notch ears, but I think the tattoo is probably nicer.
usually when they notch the ears, it's because they're doing a catch and release. They're going to
Oh,
let them back out onto the street because those are feral. Usually when they notch the ears, they're feral. And so when you adopt a cat that has a notched ear, that is a kitty that was a feral cat at one time and decided, hey, I like being a captive. You can make me a captive any day.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'd
think
like to have their life. Jeez.
I didn't know they did that with cat's ears, so that's new to me. I had no idea. Hey, how would you guys like to do some Halloween trivia? Just
Yeah.
a few questions here. Just a few questions. Some Halloween.
I love Halloween.
We are a day away from Halloween, and I thought this might be fun. So here's the first question. What was, and Katie, you're probably going to know this, so you.
Oh, hush.
Okay.
Okay.
I know you're going to know this. What was the ancient Celtic fall festival that was a precursor to Halloween? I'll say it again. What was the
favorite holiday?
Celtic fall festival that was a precursor to Halloween?
It's my favorite holiday.
You might know this too.
It's my favorite holiday. I like it better than
It's my
Christmas.
favorite holiday.
I like it better than Christmas.
And Kaylee got it. It is Samhain. Or how do you say it?
Or
You say it in Celtic. I don't know how to say it. I always say Samhain, but I know that that's not right.
and if you take it a little step farther and you go into Spanish,
Yes.
you get Dia de los Muertos. That's my favorite holiday. Talk about the day to venerate your ancestors. Woohoo! You feed them their favorite desserts, you give them their favorite flowers, you make them their favorite meals, and you put it on an altar.
Yep, I do that.
You eat it too.
I've been doing that. I've been doing that for years with my ancestor veneration is my thing, right? So, that's it's a very important holiday for me.
Here in Tucson, we have the largest non-motorized parade in the world for All Souls Day.
Mm-hmm.
It's not unusual for 250,000 people to walk the route downtown. All they require is that you do like me and paint your frickin' face.
I would love to do that someday.
Oh,
I think that would be so cool.
But you want to know, it takes you half a day to get in and 3 days to get your car back out if you drive. So they have express buses that you catch from the malls. You go to the mall, you catch the express to get downtown to go to the parades. They do that for the Christmas parade and 4th of July and all that.
Flowing says, my people have been here with me. I love it.
You know what, Flowing? And you'll find that they're going to be there with you on your hard days. They're really going to be there and they're going to be stroking you gently.
Yes. Yeah.
Because that's the only way I get through my hard days. Actually, I had a couple of those this weekend. Was not my best. And I just ate gummies and tried to stay awake.
My ancestors, when I because it's November 1st, actually, that is the Day of the Dead. And I I spend that day in reverence of my ancestors with great, great gratitude for them and all that they lived for, all the hard work that they did that led to me. Mm-hmm. And I speak with them. The ancestors that I've actually knew in my life, like my grandparents and aunts and uncles and such. I try to put things on my little altar over here that I know they would have liked, foods, cigarettes, things that different types of booze, things that I knew that they really enjoyed. And, I honor them and give them my attention. for that day.
Like, I have a photograph of my mother and her father on my altar. They never leave. And the reason being, my grandfather was a placer miner. And right below my mom's picture, next to his, is some of the gold in a bottle that he mined.
Oh, that's neat.
And I would like to be buried with that, but I'm not going to be buried. So, oh, you saw a little there's a little tyrant back here playing.
That's okay.
uh, I don't believe in it's just me. I don't believe in wasting the land to make cemeteries.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
It's going to be we're going to need that land to grow food, I think.
I think you're right. Flowing said, Mom and Dad love them so much. Yes, I honor them. And Shanita said, that's beautiful, Dolly. Thank you.
Hey, Cat Shepherd!
Here. Hello, Cat.
Coming live from the doctor's office.
Oh, wow. Well, hello, doctor.
We've both been there before. Yeah. Actually, that's going to be me next week. I will be talking on this show next week. I will be in the chat as I'm walking to go get my COVID booster. Get to walk to Walgreens because my doctor didn't have it. So instead, I got a flu shot and a tetanus shot.
That's right. Kat, are you having cataract surgery today? Is that?
Oh, that's right. No, she's at the eye doctor. My eye doctor, every time I go to the eye doctor, he's always making my eyes go big.
Well, I am sending prayers up for you that everything that you have done today goes successfully and that you have no problems.
It's one of the things I get to have before Thanksgiving as well.
They're LASIKing. How do you say that? LASIK? LASIKing my corneal pouch.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, yes.
That's cool. Don't bend over when they're done.
Yeah.
That was my major warning yesterday. How did I know you were having eye surgery today, my love? My major warning yesterday was, if you're having cataract surgery or some kind of eye surgery, do not bend over. No matter what it is you dropped, don't bend over and pick it up because it can cause a blood leak in your surgical area that can cause you to go permanently blind. Don't bend over. My neighbor across the street had cataract surgery, dropped a quarter, bent over to pick up the quarter without even thinking about it. And the very, very next week, she was blind in both eyes.
All right, Shanita, you have a great day. Thank you for stopping by.
Oh, good to see you, Shanita.
We love you very much, Shanita. And all you guys, if you didn't
get big-hearted lady.
If you didn't get to see Shanita's live stream today, go back and watch the replay. It was very, very good. She talked about having Wednesday as a reset and recharge day, and I'm all for that. I think that that's a great
idea. I like to hear that much better than hump day.
Yes, me too.
And Shanita, I wanted to tell Shanita, remind her that, my little 5-year-old adopted granddaughter is the one who taught me about recharging. I mean, I look at it as self-care, but she told me not to be sad about my kitties dying because God took them to recharge them.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, you're a wise little girl.
I love the minds of kids. All right, here's another question. Here's another question. All right. What is America's favorite Halloween candy? You guys guess. What is America?
I know.
Hi, Kelly. How are you? Good to see you.
I'll tell you which one. It's Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
It is. But here, let me read it to you. Reese's came out on top in a 2020.
And then Snickers.
And the 29% of America choosing their favorites. Snickers came in second, followed by a 3-way tie for third between candy corn, Kit Kats, and M&Ms. And I like all those things.
I do too. Actually, this time of year, it's the candy pumpkins that I like, not just the candy corns.
Yeah, oh, they're kind of the same.
They're all the same candy. It's just one's bigger than the other.
Right.
I get my sugar fix.
Yeah.
Hey, I was told by Spirit this week, no more eating flesh. You want to clarify and honor your body as a temple, no more eating flesh. I'm going, oh, I've got a freezer full of frozen meat. But it seems like chicken and hamburger and ground turkey and stuff like that.
You can feed it to Koru.
I was going to say, so guess who gets it?
Yeah.
He's already been, when I have a burger, he gets a little bit of it. Oh man, he thinks that's special.
Yeah, my cats love chicken and they love hamburger. Not so much turkey though. They don't like turkey. Hey, Kat says, yeah, I'm giving out necklaces and Welch's fruit gummies. I don't trust myself with a big bag of chocolate.
I already had it. I don't have any candy for the kids.
She's got a pork shoulder roasting at home. Oh, that sounds good. I had pork shoulder yesterday. I did. I made it.
And then you got pulled pork to eat on while your eyes are so smart woman, like I ever doubted you, Kat.
I made I don't know how do you make your pork shoulder? I like do a mix of I put cinnamon and cloves in with the pork shoulder and a bunch of different Portuguese spices that Chrissy has.
Oh, okay.
And it tastes so good. So good.
I got a recipe for pork loin that you guys might want to try. You like apricots?
I do.
All you need is some dried apricots, some apricot jam, preserves, and garlic. Fresh sliced garlic, not grated or anything. Slice it. Mm-hmm. And you pack that all around your pork loin and bake it slowly. Holy cow. Add a little brandy to it, catch it on fire, flambe. Oh, Jesus, it's good. I used to know this woman that was a niece to Lord Carnarvon from King Tut. And she taught me that recipe. It's an English recipe.
Apricot. I like anything with garlic. I love garlic. I love pickled garlic. I mean,
I love garlic, but I don't think about it with something like apricots. It's so good.
Kat says she uses Guga's rub and then sat in the fridge for 10 hours and started in the oven on 225. It's going to sit there until it hits 200 degrees internal temperature. Oh, that sounds good.
That sounds
I don't know what Guga's rub is, but I am going to look that up.
Let's Google that. Yeah. I will definitely. We have Dolly and Renee from Tarot Love Community both turned me on to Penzies spices.
Yeah, I love Penzies spices.
There's a difference between McCormick and Penzies. McCormick is grandma's spices because that's when they were bottled. Penzies are adult. Ho ho ho! They're good.
And Penzies is a proud supporter of the Democratic Party. And I love, they speak out right on their website against Trump.
And they do in their stores as well.
Yeah, so I would highly recommend them. Penzies they're good people. They're good people. They do a lot for the community here in Milwaukee. And I love them. I love them so much.
They have two mixes that I have to have all the time on something. There's Chicago steak seasoning, which tastes just like, oh man, like you cooked it on the grill, even if you don't cook it on the grill. And I use that on my hamburgers. And the other one that I use all the time is the Northwoods seasoning.
Yeah, the Northwoods is very good.
It's really good on potatoes.
Yes. Starchy food. Yes. Fatima says, not many children on my street. All the couples with young children move away it's too expensive there. Aw. Well, you can always trunk or treat at, well, I don't know. In this day and age, people might think that that's weird, but hopefully you get a few kids because that's what makes Halloween fun.
We don't have any on my street. Haven't had for years. So
Kat, he hates them. Yes, Trump hates Penzies spices. That just
Choke on it, big boy.
more.
I love Pensies.
That says we have mostly teenagers at my park, but that's okay. They show up at the door and they're getting goodies. That's right.
Exactly. As long as they're not doing the pranks, teenagers are just as much fun as the little guys. I like the
sure.
little ones, though.
Yeah, me too.
The littles.
Me too.
Like
I
the
love their little
3-year-old. They're so cute.
Chloe's mouth is watering. Uh-oh. We're talking about food. All right, I got one more question for you guys, or at least one. All right, here's an interesting one. And Kaydie, don't answer this if you know this.
Okay.
What was the original purpose of bobbing for apples on Halloween?
I don't know that.
Does anybody know? Does anybody know what the original purpose for bobbing apples was?
Wow.
So why not
I should know that.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like it has something to do with oppression. Because, the hands behind your back stuff.
All right. Well, this is a good guess. Something to do with souls, isn't it?
Engagement.
Flowing, you are so darn close that I'm going to give it to you.
Did she Google it?
Yes, the original idea for bobbing for apples was each apple in the barrel represented a male suitor at the gathering.
Oh.
And so women would go bobbing for apples, and then whoever's apple they got, they'd kind of go off with them and get to know them.
It's like box lunch socials.
Yes. So that's what it was. So yes, and a lot of times that ended up, being a first step in a much broader relationship. So yeah, isn't that cool? I thought that was kind of neat.
That's something I'd like to see happening more often again. There's those little old-fashioned things that we used to do when we courted each other, when we treated each other with respect instead of "come on, baby, let's go to bed."
Yeah, I've had that conversation with Devante. I told because he's like, well, I like talking to girls online because I feel a little bit more free to talk. And I said, yeah, but Devante, you don't know who's on the other end of that conversation. You really don't know them. When you meet people face to face and you talk to them, you get to know them and you become friends first. Those are the relationships that tend to last because both people understand the value of each other, not just, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
And they're real. You can touch them. I can't touch you guys. I love you with all my heart, but I can't touch you, and it drives me crazy because there's nothing I want more than to hug you.
Right.
I'm a huggy person.
That is a very important.
That's the thing that drove me. That's the thing that broke my heart the most about being sequestered with COVID and all that going on was I couldn't touch people, and I thrive on touch. Right. I mean, I don't as much now as I did back then because of COVID. We learn how to adapt. Ooh, what a pretty card.
Yeah. I also don't like going to bars or anything, so my dream person better find me in my house. Oh,
I'm that way too, Kaylee.
Oh, that is a beautiful card. Yes, the dragonfly. Yes, that's very
pretty. This
is
the Beyond Lemuria deck. I'm just sitting here. I shuffled earlier, and I shuffled one deck up and one deck down. So now I'm sorting them all back to the right direction.
All right, I have one more Halloween question, and then if you want, we can maybe do some readings. Sure. What was the original name for candy corn? Does anyone know? What was the original name for candy corn? That says best relationship I had were pairing up with longtime friends. Yes. Now, Kaydie, if you know this one, you can say it.
I don't.
You don't know.
I'm thinking. I think candy corn was invented in like the 40s.
Well, according to what I have here, the Golitz Candy Company, now Jelly Belly Candy, popularized the tricolor Halloween treat when it began marketing the kernels under this first name in 1898.
Wow.
And the original name of the candy corn was chicken feed.
Yuck. Oh yeah, that made me want to
Who
flush
would buy that?
Who flunked that sales marketing class?
Kaylee says, I had a witchy photo shoot last week and a dragonfly came and landed on me and just sat there. Think it was one of my dragons stopping by to say hi. Probably was.
Yeah.
Dragonflies for me are definitely a symbol of my ancestors coming to visit. And I had the most remarkable experience a year ago. I don't know why this happened, but across the street at my neighbor's house, 100,000 dragonflies all showed up all at the same time. I mean, everywhere you looked, you couldn't hardly see the sky because it was so filled with dragonflies. And I was standing in the middle of that with them just whipping around me. And all I could think was, this represents
that's a lucid
all the
dream.
ancestors going back to the beginning of time, you know? So
that's like a lucid dream, you know?
Yeah. And
I've seen ladybugs in numbers like that.
Fatima said that happened to me, but it was a ladybug. It stuck around for a while and did not want to leave. Yeah. Well, I think that almost any animal can be a representation of someone, of an ancestor. And it's also, spirit guides often use animals to communicate with us, to give us messages, and when you start paying attention to the animals and pay attention to your life, and you start to see what happens when, like, all through my hardships of this journey that I've been on with my shoulder, I've had hawks that have come to visit me every single day. Every single day I see a hawk. And it's been like that since the beginning, so for me, that's like a symbol of Freya. Freya's like giving me her strength, and she's lifting me up, and she's like, come on, girl, you can do this. You can do this, girl. You are powerful. That's what I get from that. So
you guys all know I live in the desert, right? So one thing I don't see very often are dragonflies. The other day, I'd snuck away while the kitty was sleeping so that I could water my yard. And I was watering my fountain, and this crater-like little blue dragonfly, exactly like the kind we used to get at Crater Lake, Cat, landed. I have papyrus growing in my fountain, and he landed on one of the blades. I was just dumbstruck. A dragonfly!
I would have burst into tears.
And then later on in the week, I was supposed to get my ballot, according to informed delivery from U.S. Postal Service, which I found is wrong most of the time. It's not very accurate. And I was talking to the mailman because I didn't get my ballot. And he was explaining to me what was going on. There was a snafu with addresses here in Tucson proper. So it made all of our ballots get mailed out late. So as he was telling me about it, he goes, "What's that?" And up on the top of the telephone pole across the street, on the corner of my yard and the woman with the barky dogs next door, was a great horned owl.
Yeah, that's cool.
This was at dusk.
Yeah, that's
and as he and I were talking, I was like, well, I just, me, all this stuff going on with the ballots, I'm just trying to keep track of mine. And he says, and you're smart to be that way. And the owl flew off. You didn't hear it. It just flew off.
Oh, they're so beautiful when they fly too.
They're silent.
All those raptors.
Absolute owls make no sound whatsoever. They're totally silent when they fly. And then I'm outside. Was it day before yesterday? It was over the weekend. I was outside watering again, and a raven flew right over the top of me.
Ooh!
And he was going, as he's flying over me.
That's awesome.
So I haven't figured out what the raven's message is yet, but I know what the owl was. The owl was, "You are wise. Do not be concerned. You'll get your ballot." I didn't read it that way at the time because I was in my fear mode that they were going to mess with my ballot and I wasn't going to get to vote. Even though I know that wasn't going to happen, I'm an independent. Both sides think I'm on their side.
Right.
And
But you
they're
got it.
driving me crazy with their texts.
You got it. Oh, me too. You got it though, so that's good. And you've been able to watch it.
And I've tracked it as far. They've got it at the county recorder's office. So it's where it needs to go to be counted.
Flowing had a ladybug yesterday as well. Kat is saying that she saw a massive flock of geese over North Eugene a couple days ago. Kaylee is saying
Canadian geese.
Fatima, I also had a bee do the same thing, was just hanging out on me, not wanting to hurt me or anything. I was at a spa taking time for me. I think it was encouraging and honoring of me taking time. Yeah, for sure. And I used to grow papyrus when I lived in Sunnyvale. Oh, that's interesting.
That stuff will grow taller than you are. That's neat stuff. And it'll grow taller than you are in about this much water.
I've never even seen it.
That's why the ancient peoples used it for paper. And it grows curled up, like a blade of grass, but you can like unroll it like a scroll. It's kind of cool stuff.
That is cool. I've never seen that before. I'm going to have to look it up.
Yeah. Oh, Kat. Yeah, we got to meet, girl. Well, one of these days I plan on living in the Southern Oregon area somewhere. Anywhere from Klamath Falls over to Brookings. Grants Pass up to Tillamook. I will live. But you notice what side of the Cascades I did not mention. Pendleton, Burns, colder than a mother, because that's the Oregon desert and it's over half the state. Did you guys know that over half the state of Oregon is desert?
You told me that, so I did know that. So Kaylee says, Kat, I lived in Sunnyvale, California when I was 2 or 3 years old, lived through the 89 earthquake. My dad was on a posting with the U.S. military at Moffett Field.
It's
Moffett Field. Yeah. Oh, that's very interesting. Hey, Katie, seeing that it's 10:02, and I always let the time get away because we have these interesting conversations. Let's pull some cards for the group.
Okay.
And
sounds good.
I'm going to ask the angels to protect us, spirits of the land in my home.
I've been sitting here shuffling and playing with these cards this whole hour just because I do that out of a habit. I will sit and watch TV, and if I've got a little deck of cards by me, I'll sit and shuffle while I'm watching.
It's good for your hands to be on your cards as much as possible. It really is.
It's good for your cards, it's good for your hands, and it's good for your spiritual connection.
That's right.
And with me, it's good for PT for a thumb that got remade. But I am now where I can actually do the fancy Vegas, curve it, shuffle. I can't do it with these cards because they're so stiff, but, do the shuffle and then the round shuffle over the top. I can do that. And it's one card over the other. Not 50 cards a card. 6 cards, 2 cards. I do have lots of good energy. I feel like someone shot me with something today. I had to be putting all the blue on my face.
All right. So what I got for the group, first I got and by the way, I am using, because I'm a Klingon today, I am using my Star Trek, The Next Generation tarot deck.
Didn't even know it existed.
Stay with the theme today. All right. So I got, first card is the 6 of Cloaks, which is like the 6 of Wands. And, so this is very much a harmonious card, a card of harmony, a card of like everything being in sync and Everything's kind of just flowing exactly as it's supposed to flow. Okay. And the second card I got was the Queen of Batleths, which is like the Queen of Swords. And look at it's a Klingon. Yay!
It looks like your sister. Oh.
And there is a very there's an aura of distinction yet compassionate, and a feeling of mindfulness that is coming out of this.
Yeah.
And lastly, I have the Two of Starships, which is like the Two of Cups. Okay. And, of course, with all the twos, we kind of feel sort of like a balancing happening. And I feel like this is all moving towards the election. I hate to talk about the election. I kind of wanted to stay away from that right now. But all three of these cards are saying, just have faith in the process. Just go with the flow. Don't let all that gobbledygook that's happening. This is the last week before election. So there's a lot of crap happening. I'm getting 10,000 text messages a day. I am seeing every single ad on television is a political ad. There's a lot of mud being slung from all directions. And don't let that take you to a place of fear. Stay balanced, stay in control, allow yourself to be harmonious, because what's supposed to happen will. And no matter what, we're going to be okay. So
everything always happens for a reason.
That's right. That's right. So just go with the flow, stay in the flow, stay balanced, and have courage. Have courage. Like the Queen of Swords. Just be courageous and creative in your harmonious balance. Okay, so that was mine. That is my message to you from Spirit.
Well, I first of all need to give you a little background before I give you. I got 4 cards that came out. You know me, I keep pulling as long as the story keeps coming. Give you a little background on Lemuria and the people of Lemuria. They believed and venerated their connection to the earth. They never did anything without considering the effect it had on each other and other living things, as well as the soil of the earth. They were so connected that flow was their blood. Okay? So, this is a message from the people of Lemuria to us today. The first card I get is air. Even though they're water people, they didn't always live in the water. They live there now. Air, it's the paradigm shift we're in. What you're feeling in all this unease and craziness is this shift of energies going on all around you in all of its colors, forms, and inclinations. So understand, don't let that be all those beings around you, don't let them scare you, because they're a part of our evolution. You think that when their land fell into the ocean that they were not terrified because they couldn't breathe when they first got there. They live there now. We will adapt as we evolve. And you won't even know it's happening because it's a thing that's gradual. It's not something that you all of a sudden wake up and the poles shifted while you were asleep at night.
Right.
You gonna feel that. You be sliding all over the earth. Poles do that all of a sudden.
It's gradual, not abrasive.
Exactly. And so understand that because of this evolution and this paradigm shift that is going on, it is bringing in endless opportunities for everyone. Do not be afraid of bursting your bubble because there's another one right behind it. In that bubble might be a better opportunity than the one that burst before you. My card of the day today was perfect for this because what's the 9 of Swords? 8 of Swords.
8, I think. I'll tell you.
It's the dude stealing away with the weapons, right? And the warning today was be mindful of the people around you. And if it doesn't work, don't take it personally. Whatever you're working on, don't take it personally. Try it from another angle or another perspective. That's what they mean by if your bubble bursts, there's another one right behind it. Okay? Your process may not work because it's an old process and it needs to be revised and updated. That's the new bubble that came out.
It was the 7 of bats that you had.
7 of bats, yes. Yeah. Which is the 7 of swords.
Right.
I'm using the Halloween deck this week, obvious reasons. And finally, the reason the universe is telling us this, the Lemurians are telling us this, because of the paradigm shift in our evolution, we have endless opportunities. We're going to be bombarded with them. There are going to be so many. Don't worry about missing something because there's something else coming. They're just going to be like the swords coming at you. Or those wands, the information flying fast. And the reason why is because we've all been working so hard at unfurling back into love and healing our heart chakras.
Yeah. I love that. I absolutely love that.
These cards blow my mind. When I first got them, I'm like, oh, that's cool artwork, but it doesn't really speak to me. And then the more I look at the card, and then I notice the colors, and then the details. This is a trippy deck. I see Danny Shea is the one who got me to get this deck because he uses it so much. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's gorgeous.
And I think that, a lot of the symbolisms on the Oracle deck are designed so that spirit has a lot to work with.
Exactly.
So that when you're, so the message you might get from this Oracle card today might not be the same message a week from now or a month from now when you get it. And you might think to yourself, wow, well, these messages are so different. But as you look into the imagery and you see the depth in that, you start to realize, oh, okay, so spirit is using this part for me today. It used this part for me a week ago. And I notice that a lot because I often will stick with the same 5 decks for a while. And that allows me to like feel these things, really. That's why I'm saying, like, when you're holding your cards and shuffling your cards, that's a really good thing because you really start to get to know what the feelings are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually it's kind of a nervous habit. I used to be a smoker, so I need something to do with my hands while I'm watching TV. And if I don't have my bong in my lap, then I'm shuffling cards.
Yep. Well, I vape, so I know what you're talking about.
One more card for everybody, and this is from Ruben and Clarity and Spirit and Koru and all your beloved ones.
Okay.
Honor them. Furred and feathered friends, honor them today. By the way, yesterday was International Cat Day.
Yes, it was. I gave my cats catnip.
Oh, my cat's got specials. Hey, he got 12. I got 13 toys for $5. I got Churu kitten treats. I got Greenie kitten treats. I got cat food. I got 6 things delivered from Amazon yesterday, and all of it was for the damn cat. None of it was for me, and it feels so good. All I got for me this month is a t-shirt, a long sleeve purple t-shirt. That's it. Oh, a resin kit. I'm going to do a resin video for you guys you're going to really like. I'm going to make squishies. You know what squishies are?
Yes.
They're like slime. They're like slime that has started to dry a little. So when you squeeze them, they ooze out between your fingers. But when you let them go, they go right back into the form they were in again. Oh, talk about stress releaser. Well, resin now has a resin where you can make those, you guys. So I got a little kitten mold. So I'm going to make kitten squishies.
That's going to be fun.
think that'd be a blast. And I thought, well, I might just include a kitten squishy. You guys order something from me, I don't know, coaster or bowl or something, and I can toss in a little kitten squishy.
Include a squishy. I think that'll be neat. So Fatima says, wonderful readings. Thank you, Dolly and Katie, sending love and light. You are very welcome.
Thank you for always being here, my friend.
Flowing says, I would love that deck. I'm adding it to my Amazon wish list with all the others.
I got that.
Stress relief. Can we throw them at people's heads too? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, no, I got the perfect thing for that. Maple leaf coasters. The points on the freaking things are like the karate stars.
Throwing stars, yeah. All right, you guys. Well, it is after 11, so we're going to wrap it up now. And I love you guys, since I know Katie loves you too.
Oh, yes.
And thank you for spending time with us today. I hope you all have a very safe and happy Halloween, and do a really fun and connecting time on Day of the Dead with your ancestors.
Yes.
And yeah, and I love you guys, and I hope I'll see you again very soon. So I'm going to end this now, and I will see you all later.
I'm giggling at what Kaylee said about throwing him at somebody's head. Yeah, if you don't put the flocking on him, it's really sticky. So I can just be like, throw it at some bald guy. Did you know you have a cat paw on your head?
That would be fun. All right, thanks everybody. Love you.
I love you guys. Thank you so much. And thank you, Dolly.
Thank you for coming, Katie. You rock.
Thank you for coming to my show. I'll see you all next time. You all rock. Dolly loves you. Dance around the room. It's time to go. Why are you still here? Dolly needs a sandwich and a nap. I'll see you next time. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for coming. I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Thank you for coming to my show. I'll see you all next time.